All right, there now, y'all. It's your man, the toothless one, the back on the Bamboozle Again News Network. Man, bro, a lot of times I don't feel like I'm really doing y'all a great service because there are just so many, aspects of, this existence here in Babylon that be, co-occurring in my psyche at the same time. It's just hard to stay pinpoint on just one topic or subject matter. But this video will be, in response, or I don't know if it's a reaction or just piggybacking off of a video I'm viewing now from the Thinking Man's Templar. I think it's titled "The Agents Among Us," and I'm coming to this greater level of consciousness that, like the movie They Live, like you put on the glass and then you see people who for who they really are behind the veil, wicked souls, wolves and zombies, and you know what I mean. But we're in this era and time where people are defending and championing the most deplorable of ideas and thoughts, and not only that, but they're attacking those who don't think the way they do and who ask simple, direct questions. the Okay, in light of the election and Kamala, and what is her really her stance on foreign policy? Or it seems like in the Negro community they're only championing this woman who is not a black, and we all know this, but now that doesn't matter as long as they pull hot sauce out their pocket at the church. You know what I mean? Excuse me, y'all. Is her stance on abortion, which essentially, the way my brain works, they've convinced, all women, but I'm going more in the Negro delegation here, that it is beneficial to you individually to shoot the people in your own army. Like, how can you effectively argue this talking point? My body, my choice. Okay, but how come y'all ain't say my body, my choice during the Jab Babula time? It's all selective. Like the selective gangsterism. Oh, he's a rat, but you'll give this one a rat because you like him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm becoming ever more sickened by this society. And then just not only, through YouTube or TV or whatever the case may be, I'm seeing this play out in real time, in real life, in rural America. It's so bad. The average black person you come across, if you're a thinking man or a thinking woman, it's getting to the point where I'm just disgusted with these people. Not because they think differently than me, but because they're thinking the way the TV is programming them to think. And the things they're championing don't benefit you none. They've just convinced you. It's mind-boggling. If I think about it too long, because I got one of these analytical, like I be trying to understand and make sense of stuff. But you'll come into a state of confusion trying to understand that which is ununderstandable. You know what I mean? Oh, she's going to bring change. But she's in a position to bring change now and just tells you, wait till after the election when she has the ability to change now. She can lead credence to her leadership ability by what she's done now. In the way to, guess, Joe Biden going to sleep. I've seen brothers, saying, if you don't vote for Kamala, you can't. Like, and here's another thing I'm saying, right, amongst the brethren, right, who are completely buck broken and beaten by wanting to be accepted in a society that's crumbling. So you have black men who are, going adversarial against other black men, in response or in favor of Kamala, right? But what she's instituting don't benefit you none. It's like, hey, look at me. I'm not like those guys. Like me, and they still won't like you. You're voting for your own slavery. Could you? And I've said this before, and I don't care about who get in there. I'm just highlighting these points. Could you imagine the state of the black household with Kamala in office? If your woman or you having, your woman according to you, don't listen, or she's rebellious, or she just runs her own program in the relationship. If you think it's bad now, wait till she get in there. She's going to embolden the whoredom, the abortion, the unaliving of children to an exponential level. You can't even, like me personally, I don't even fool with her. I don't even find the modernized black woman even remotely attractive from a spiritual perspective. I don't care to be in your company. I don't care how you look, because I'm going to get spiritually repulsed. You know what I mean? What are we? And then let's say we, hypothetically, we go and vote for pander and all that. What is the prize? What we already got. The destruction of our lineage. Like, it's so crazy how they convinced us it's in our best interest to destroy our own next generation. I've said, again, highlight what the brother, Thingamans Templar was saying, how, like, the natural affection of women has been completely eroded to the point where I'm one smidgen away of essentially saying that the vast majority of Americanized women are essentially demon possessed at this point. How do you champion, feel good, jump up and down, march for the ability to kill your own children or unalive your own children in your womb, to then repeat the same behavior that led to you having to do that in the first place? Of all the things to fight for, equal pay, you know what I mean, immigration, greater, equality or whatever. This is the main sticking point. These are the women that we're having to breed with. It's dangerous now. Like I said, you can't even do natural stuff no more. You can't even take one of these type of women out on a date, because now they saying, oh, we gotta go to, I don't know, one of these super duper restaurants, Ruth Chris, for a used up harlot who will terminate your child if you get her pregnant. Which might be, here's one, that actually for you as a man might be a good thing. That's how crazy this is. This is how crazy they're working both sides against the middle. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm like, ew, like, I never forget one time I was at the job, right? And one of the bone queishas had come out from the medical desk. And I noticed this on 2 different occasions. The bone queisha would come out and they would start like spewing this rhetoric as the guys are standing around the desk. And most of the guys would agree. So I think she kicked the thing off about something about, now mind you, this bone queisha, she got fired because the Moms Mabley woman got her put in the crock pot or X'd her out because they were fighting over the same client. You know what I mean? It's just, but she was saying, I forgot how I kicked off, something about tricking, right? So I'm hearing it, and I'm hearing what she's saying, and they're all agreeing with it, because she is kind of chug, right? And I'm just doing my due, right? I'm just kind of laughing to myself. And then main man who's in treatment say, you trick, don't you? I said, ho, cuz, now you done disrespect the kid, man. I don't do none of that stupid stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Woo. Then they got to talk about cheating. So I, just to antagonize everybody. I said, how a man gonna cheat on his property? Nah, they were so amazed that I even uttered that. And I said just a calm, like, but again, like, they're socially neutering men to not have man traits so they can more easily control you, won't respect you, and then she'll continue to cheat with the men they say they don't like. Now I see to a greater degree why men are just giving up on society as a whole, while they're leaving the workforce, they're leaving relationships. Like, I'm personally in a fight, right? In far as custody and da-da-da. And, the child's mother, not to put all my personal business out here, but I don't care. The levels and the tactics she's using, not just, against me because I ain't biting, it lets me know she cares nothing about the children. If you're willing to manipulate the children to get them to feel sorry for you so you can get money off of them and they don't live with you, and but this be the same individual quick to say, oh, I'll give my child to white folks, or give, to the state, but refuse to give it to the father. You know what I mean? Fighting to hold on to finances tied to the child, and the child don't live with you. This is, it's just like, I mean, and it leads me, right, as being a deeper level thinker. Okay, you can't fool with the average modern black woman, right? But then if you date a woman of another race, because it'll just be a more easier experience. Even if she's talking, at least she ain't that. That's how brothers looking at it. Brothers have endured so much pain and misery and strife, primarily at the hands of the system and its counterpart. Even if it's a white woman and she toxic, because the black woman is so toxic, it seems like the land of milk and honey. Oh, I can handle that, because at least that ain't this. And it leaves brothers in this space, or even sisters, you know what I'm saying, to almost be forced to choose the lesser of two evils, which is still evil, so you're better off just going solo. I've never thought I'd see the day where this is a reality, yo. And like I said, in this small town I live in, it is literally all over the place. I don't even know what the percentages would be of these young, or I wouldn't even say young, of these sisters who have their children on SSIs being mentally disabled so they can get more money. I'm just blown away by that. So if all your kids, look at it like this, all your kids are disabled, that should make you feel bad as a mom. But they don't, again, here's what I'm understanding, and I talked to somebody from the health department about my old job, and then talked to, a former coworker of mine, and I'm just blown away. I'm like, do these people just not care about their reputation at this point? It's hard to even quantify or even understand where these people are at mentally. You got a super duper terrible reputation, but somehow you still walk around confidently, boldly. You know what I'm saying? When you are nothing. You understand me? How? Almost, oh man, it's just like, yo, this can't go on much longer, cuz it can't. And who suffers? The most vulnerable among us, the children, though. They say, those various hashtags and whatever, F them kids. They say it as a joke. They really feel like that, yo. We're in a space where, especially in the Negro demographic, these women don't want to be mamas. These women don't take joy in raising and rearing children. That's holding them back from bouncing on dinglings, which is the main reason why they got all this psychological trauma. And you can't tell them nothing. Not even in compassion. They don't care. The only time you can tell them something is if you lie to them. If you lie to them, you can, what I mean, all day long. And if you lie to them, they'll be less egregious against you than the person or the dude who's actually trying to help. They don't want help. They want to continue in the dysfunction. And if you attempt to hinder that in any way, they will come at you with this level of visceral that is demonic level. This is how is this reality right now? I understand the word and the damn time, but sometimes my brain be having a hard time quantifying, how can this be, yo? You know what I mean? That'd be like me taking pride in the fact I'm a bum ass dude. And me being a bum ass dude gets me attention, and it gets me social validation. It's like the more horrible you are as a Negro, the more idolized you are, the more protected you are. Even in the space of Little Dirt, people are saying, free him for what? But again, you know what I mean, your homeboy on child support, you don't say free him, but you freeing some Negro you don't know who has helped terrorize the black community. Again, the Barnabas principle. Yo, this is sickening, Jack. Yo, I'm gonna keep it on black. I'll be honest, and I tell them to their face, man, y'all sick. Yeah, like Conway said in one of his rap verses, and you rap niggas disgust me. You know what I mean? Yo, this is the main reason why the hood look the way it do. Because there's no man, and you don't need no man unless they want your money or your meat. Now, Like, so what is a sane, free thinking black man to do? Who is he supposed to link with? Who is he supposed to reproduce with at this point? That's why most are going wolf mode or get with women of other races, not because they like them like that so much, but because the social terrain as much, it's forced him to adapt for his own survivability. But then you run into the issue of, let's say something happened to you, and then, your kids are raised in a different culture and your resources go that way. But we're, unless God intervene, we're going to witness the wiping out of the black culture. You got these old tippy-tom Negroes designed to be led by women who's not even black. But and then shaming you because you don't want to be led by none of them. Where are you leading us? They can't answer. But, this is wild, folks. This is the new buck breaking, or this is the new emasculate, you know what I'm saying? Socially. Like you're wrong if you won't become emasculated, or if you won't pander. Like, that's all I see. Negro pandering to harlots, yo. Like harlots got all this power. And probably they might do in the society, but it's an illusionary power. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as something go wrong, who they call? You. And then if you don't jump when they say jump, then they want to attack you. But you already tried to stop them from doing the stuff that you knew was going to cause an issue for them anyway. Man, this is like on folks, like, man, what happened? I mean, I understand what happened to us, but they socially programmed and engineered us to. Whoever started that program is doing. He is proud of the work they've carried on in his name, yo. This is the greatest social experiment ever, and they're doing a bang up job, folks. Like, man, this is wild, yo. And it's not even like I'm fearful. It's just whatever energy that is exuding off of them, it repulses me. It makes my skin crawl. It puts me in like a fight or flight type of situation. Because, these people will do anything. And it just be like I'm less nervous around the police than Negroes. Sometimes I want to help, and sometimes I want to say hell with it, man. Man. And then even as we see in our culture, right, whereas though, the individuals, your Marcus Garveys, your Malcolm X, just Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? And they could be agents, but I'm just saying. We see now the same people you attempt to help, right, will be the first ones to put you in the blender. So what's the point? Then you don't fool with them. You go, now you got survivor remorse because you wasn't able to help anybody. But the people you don't want help, they'll want help as long as you put in all the work. It's like we're taking pride in our own destruction. Drill culture and all this head, man. And praising this, but don't nobody, and I don't, implore anybody to do this, but we'll take pride in shooting each other. But ain't no super gangster man stepped up and say, oh, I shoot I shoot the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? For playing with my name, you know what I'm saying? Super gangster in the street, quick to sing as soon as you get in a room with some scrawny white folk. The level of the duality of the hypocrisy don't even make no sense. And then if you point this out or just say what I just said to the average person you run across, they'll just start talking about some other stuff. Or they'll just make, like, in the relation of my child mother, we'll talk about a topic, which I ain't talked to in a minute, we'll talk about a topic. And then she'll start talking about something that never occurred. And I'm starting to believe in their mind, they're not just doing this as a tactic. I think in their mind, they actually believe the lies they've told themselves, which makes them even more dangerous. This is, how are the strongest people on earth? It's the duality again. The strongest, most resilient people on earth are also the most cowardice and weak. We only fight when the people on TV tell us to fight. Like we rotted for George Floyd, right? But when Sandra Massey, got unalive for invoking the name of Yeshua, crickets. Where's the Christian church? You think they would have rose up? No. It's mad whack out here, big. Word up, man. That's why I want to trade. I don't want to be associated with Negroes at all, yo. Now, again, you can think whatever you want to think. You can believe whatever you want to believe. That's on you. But to the point where if you don't believe a certain thing, these people name call, these people attempt to, like, shut down doors of opportunity because you don't believe in some stuff that ain't going to get us as a collective or individually nowhere. It's like fighting to dig your own grave and paying for the nails of the coffin. And if you don't want to do that, somehow you're the enemy because you want to stay alive. How does any of black culture benefit us? The twerking, the gangsterism, the drug use, the over sexualization, the abandoning of the rearing of our kids for the next generation. They've convinced us to sacrifice our kids for right now. And right now we still struggling. Like sign a record deal and you get a bag of peanuts and you happy about that, yo. And if somebody point out that's all you got, you mad with them. Not mad with the person that got over on you or duped you. It's like we take pride in being stupid. This is stupid. If I go talk to Mr. Ling Ling, right? Or Mr. Jorge or his counterpart, they got to feel because I think they can tell the difference. They got to feel sorry for us, yo. Us enlightened black men and black women. Because we got it, from what I've heard, like, oh, you're different. You know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. Like, oh, okay. I am, but you know what I mean? Like, I think they can just tell by your energy, your spirit, or whatever, from whatever they see, patronize their liquor stores and nail spots and all that. It's just sickening mode. Like, man. Yo, it's like, it's hard, bro. How do I, like the Common song, I used to love her. I can't love you anymore because you're dangerous and detrimental to me. So I actually have to watch you destroy yourself and can't do nothing about it. And if I could, you'd stop me and you destroy me. We can get together and sell drugs all day long, but brothers can't get together. The same brothers who tear up the neighborhood and fix it up. It's so bad now. I think there's, because I haven't watched the video, but I seen they raided Jay Prince's office. Yeah, I sound like Charleston White. Yeah, lock him up too. He's had a reign of terror down in Houston. Hey, there's allegedly he, feeding people to pigs and getting, real super duper jiggy like. Yeah, get him off the street, man. We better off without these Negroes, man. What have they done other than buy European status symbols to give us something to esteem to? But they're all in line with the government. I'm starting to, like I said, I'm starting to think everybody's a federal informant at this point. Once you get to a certain level, then they hop on these tracks or sign these folk tell you sell drugs so you can destroy your community. And then when they get good and ready, they lock you up for it. Next. I'm ready to get me a piece of cardboard and just stand in the middle of the highway. No justice, no peace, yo. I know it ain't gonna change nothing because I want to do that. Nah, cause I want to let Earth know, man, I'm not like them folk. You know how they say there's a sign. He was with them. No, I wasn't either. I was in the middle of the highway protesting by myself, yo. I ain't with none of that, man. All this bowing down and, you know what I'm saying? Tippy-tomming, bojangling all over the place for an extra dollar promotion on your job. And then you got to walk on eggshell because Bonquise and them can talk all crazy. But as soon as they want to flip mode squad on you, you the next victim of the Me Too movement. You know what I'm saying? Here's another thing they don't talk about in the black community. Pedophilia. Man, Man, they smashing on these young boys like I ain't talking about like young like 20s. I'm talking about they still in high school smashing on them. I did it when I was younger. Well, I ain't know no better. Man, man, these women's is pedophile. They're unalivers of children. They're completely despicable. You be blown away if you could get the Carfax and you see a shawty you interested in. If you could get her Carfax, man, you'd be blown away, Joe. And not just blown away by the amount of meat but the different type of meats. Underage meats, old man meats, tag team off the rope meats. You know what I'm saying? Drunk, got horny, and they were just their meats. You know what I'm saying? Here's another one. Not ain't no meat around. It's time to eat the grass. It's not yo, if you think about it, yo, it's not making it cry, yo. There's no place to plant your seed. Cause the land is burned. And I was telling my daughter, I said, I'm glad you're here, of course, but this is the world you go, and it hurts for me that, and I try to keep away from these various influences and talking points so you don't get affected by it. But my daughter mother keeps behind covertly just sowing seeds of discord, but say you never, get in the way of whoop the whoop the whoop until you get in the way of whoop the whoop the whoop, then you just justify it. But she ain't gonna win though, because I'm gonna keep fighting, you know what I'm saying? But it's amazing that you gotta fight for stuff that's already yours. They've turned your own against you. This is, and not just my personal life. When I talk to brothers engaged, they all got the same story, but they might not be as knowledgeable and enlightened as I am, because I've been put on a path of discovering information I didn't even know existed. I knew it, I seen it, I just couldn't quantify and identify it. You know what I mean? That's why I've been able to sidestep stuff that typically jam everybody else up. Oh, she say all the right stuff, but I'm able to pick up what she's not saying. You know what I'm saying? And then 6 months down the road, oh, Shawty did this, or woo woo woo, or she's dropping a baby on me, or we don't know who the baby. I got coworkers like that who had in relationships, got pregnant, and was trying to pin the baby on the client who just getting out of treatment and ain't got nothing going on yet. You want them to. This, I can't even get no good content on here because I'm just. You can't. Well, I can't quantify. I can't articulate it. It's more a facial expression. This is it forces you to go solo on the block. Even if we see in the street, everybody talking about don't snitch, and the people saying don't snitch, the first one snitching when it benefit them. Nobody is about none of the stuff they saying. That's why I don't really feel the need to do a whole bunch of talking. For what? You're not about what you say. And I know that because your actions don't match your words. But here, words are powerful, but talk has always been cheap. Everybody just blah, 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 blah. Man, you ain't even about none of the stuff you talking about. It's just groups of people bamboozling each other. But ain't nobody putting nobody on no real information, no real game, pointing them in the right direction. Like when me and the brother at the park was talking. You know what I mean? I seen a video from Iron and the Soul where the young homies was basically saying the same thing. Like, they might come preach, but they don't listen. You know what I'm saying? Or ain't nobody pointing us in the right direction or just checking on the home. That's why they feel like they by themselves. So when you do approach them, they quick to bust your head wide open. Because they feel like you dropped the ball. I felt like that when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? You kid, where you was at? You want to come, demean me? I don't know nothing. And you ain't telling me nothing other than what to do. Now, I'll probably do it if I feel like you care. Or if you show me you actually give a damn. Could you imagine as a young homie, a young sis come in this world, get about 12, 13, and be like, yo, nobody care about me, yo. Then they got all the pitfalls set up for you. You know what I'm saying? Unwanted pregnancy, and deal with the wrong folk, just to try to find some semblance of something of value on this earth. Then you come to discover that ain't nothing. Now you heaping all this trauma on you, unaware, just trying to find your way because ain't nobody told you. Then you get 25 or whatever. Now you're on drugs and now you're locked up. Then you get out, you're 30, 35, got a whole life full of pain and trauma that you're now contributing to because you can't understand what's going on and the game you in and game you playing. Then you get like me in the late 30, early 40, and then you gotta heal all that shit. It's worth it. But then you notice when you start healing, you can see how wounded everybody else is, and they're detrimental to your healing. So you would like to see, others embark on a journey you've embarked on because now you see the benefit in it. But now you realize they're detrimental to all the work you put in. They want to heal, but they don't want to put the work in. They don't want to humble themselves. They don't want to take in no new information. They don't want to, quote unquote, get uncomfortable. They're comfortable in the very things that it was the same for me when I was drinking. But, all right, man, I'm gone. Yeah, that's all I got. Y'all stay up, out chat.